Davis. I'm your library media specialist, and I'm here to go through with you your Chromebook and how to use it appropriately. So if you ever have a question, I would much rather have you ask than not, but I am here to help. So here we go. Tech tips for you to have a successful start of the school year, especially with your Chromebook. The first thing you're going to want to make sure you do is always charge your Chromebook. So you have your charger, you have your Chromebook. Let's make sure that it comes charged, fully charged to school every day. So you're ready for any projects you're doing. And you might be using it in every class. So that's why we want to make sure we have a full charge. One of the things I like to say is consistently charge your Chromebook in the same place at the same time every single day. So if that means in your bedroom, that's okay. If it means maybe on a desk somewhere or in the kitchen, talk it over with your parents or guardians. So you make sure you're consistently charging your Chromebook every single day. Right after you get home from school, pull it out of your backpack and charge it up so you're ready. General precautions with your Chromebook. You want to make sure that you protect your Chromebook. You keep it clean. No food or drink. So if you're taking a water bottle, this one has a topper on, but especially if you don't have a topper on, you want to make sure that you're having a drink on the side where you're not drinking it over your Chromebook. And even with the topper on, you want to keep the distance. If you're eating, make sure we're not using our Chromebook while we have messy fingers or while we're eating. So again, if we have messy fingers, we're cleaning our hands first, and then we are working on our Chromebook. There are no stickers on the cases. There are no stickers on the inside. We're going to make sure it stays the way it is. You have this Chromebook for 4 years. You want to keep it in really good shape. Keep it away from pets. So it doesn't matter what who your pets are, cats, dogs, rats, hamsters, lizards, whatever they are, make sure they stay away from it. They're not for pets. And we're probably going to include younger siblings too. Keep it away from them too if you can. We want to make sure this is a Chromebook for you and only for you to use. General precautions. When you're handling your Chromebook, you're going to want to gently close it. So if you're using it, you gently close the top. The other thing is we never lift from the screen, okay? We're always going to lift from the base. And no heavy objects. So if I'm using it, the only thing that should be on the keyboard are my hands while I am using it. Next thing, Chromebook case. Everyone has a Chromebook case on their Chromebook. Let's keep the Chromebook case on at all times. That is expected. Our district insurance only covers breaks if the Chromebook case is on. The price we have is because of the Chromebook case being on. So make sure that Chromebook case is always on, not taken off at all. If something needs to be fixed, we can take it off in the library, but please don't take it off yourself. Okay. How do you sign into your Chromebook? Most of you know this, but in case you need a refresher, your Chromebook is your student ID number. So when you load in, you're going to put in your 20, whatever your ID number is, the one you use for lunch, and your password is your 8-digit birthday. Don't forget that you want the full year, unless you've changed your password, but otherwise that is the default password for everyone. All asset tags. Let's talk about the asset tags. We have the asset tag on the front. We also have the asset tag, that little strip piece on the inside cover. Make sure those asset tags stay on. There's also an asset tag underneath as well, underneath the Chromebook, but you should never see that because we're not taking it out of the case. But again, those asset tags stay on. We don't write on it. We don't color it. Keep them on, please. That is part of the loan agreement. Now, let's say you have problems with your Chromebook. What can you do? Troubleshoot it. Try something out. Google it. How do I fix this? And again, if it means taking your Chromebook out of the case or something odd, please come and see us instead. You can ask a classmate. Let's say you're not sure how to get to a website or to clear your history or to update your Chromebook. That's a great thing to be able to ask a classmate. If it's something specific for your class, definitely ask your teacher. If it's something like a damaged Chromebook, please do bring it to the library. Us here in the library, we will help you fix it and get you a loaner in the meantime. And if it's something that you need to contact IT support directly, there is a student support at kakonasd.org. Probably not going to use it a whole lot this year unless we have a virtual case, but typically it'll come through the library and we will contact IT. Next, here's just a general format for all of us to make sure when we have questions or issues, we know where to go. You will come to the library. If you forgot your Chromebook at home, we have loaners in the library. We can't give them all out, but because they always first come, first serve for broken Chromebooks. But if you forgot your Chromebook, check in the library. Hopefully we have one that you can use for the day and then return it at the end of the school day. If you have a broken screen, so hopefully your screen doesn't get broken, but that is the most common thing, is that there's a break, a crack somewhere in the screen. You don't necessarily see it on the outside. You see almost like a black splotch that goes across. You don't want a broken screen, but that is probably our most common break. The touchpad. So if the mouse touchpad is not working, come and see us. If the keys don't work or they don't match up or whatever the case may be, come and see us as well, and the library will help you with that. Now, notice this one. If you need to reset your password, please call this extension from your teacher's phone. Ask the teacher first to make that call, or the teacher can do it. And that's our help desk, 6115, and then you press 0. You can also call that number from home, which is 759-6115, and then press 0 as well. And you'll get someone to help you change your password, or if you're locked out. If you have a damaged Chromebook. All right, so hopefully most of you will not have any damages. Now, I do have kids worried that my Chromebook won't turn on. Is that a damaged Chromebook? That is not in this case. My keys don't work. My touchpad doesn't work. The camera doesn't work. Is that a damaged Chromebook? No, it's not. This is more likely if you dropped your Chromebook and your screen is broken, or keys came off, or some other physical damage that's obvious. So if that's the case, if you have an accidental, this is not purposeful, but accidental break, the first break is covered under district insurance. If there is a second incident, it's a $60 fine. And any other cost beyond that, you have to actually pay for the cost of the repair. Now, just so you get an idea, the bills that I've seen, if it's a broken screen for the third time, or if it was a purposeful break, the screen charge is usually about $150 for the replacement parts and the cost to repair it. So it's not something you want to get to. But if you ever have questions about this, please do ask me. No, this is supposed to be every year. So you have, I'm sorry, not every year, for the 4 years of your Chromebook. So make sure you take good care of it. Your goal is to not have any accidental breaks. But I know sometimes that can happen, and that's why the first one's covered. Lost or damaged Chromebooks. If you lose your Chromebook, the lost Chromebook cost is $250. We try our darndest. If you lose around the class or school, we ask you to look for it, but we also look for it too. We do everything we can to help you, but it still is your responsibility. So hold on to it. Do everything you can to keep it safe. If you lose your power cord, it can cost up to $50. Right now, power cords are going for about $30. So if you lose a power cord, it's usually about $30. Now, can you put something on here to identify it as yours, maybe like a little sticker? You are more than welcome to be able to do that. But again, the best thing is to leave it at home and charge it at home, and then this never comes to school. But in case you have like a sibling or a twin, or you have similar Chromebook chargers, you can then identify the separate ones. A replacement case, and this is the least likely thing, but if something happens to the case where it's so damaged, the cost is $25 for a new case. That one I probably only have seen once or twice. All right. If your Chromebook needs to go and get fixed, maybe the camera's not working, maybe it's a broken screen, maybe the keys aren't working, we have to send it out to get fixed, you will get a loaner from the library to use as your own, and you can bring it home, and so you're never going to miss out on class stuff. But just realize that if there is damage to your Chromebook and we have to send it out to get fixed, you will get a loaner, and that's what first loaners are for. Now let's talk about the use of your Chromebook. We want to make sure that when you're using your Chromebook, you're respecting yourself. So anything you put on there is respecting you. You're protecting yourself. You are respecting others. You're protecting others, and you respect intellectual property. So that means anything we put in, our emails, our chats, our docs, our slides, anything we're looking up, we're making sure we're being respectful. These are district-owned devices. They're not your ownership. They are simply yours to use for 4 years in middle school. So we want to make sure we know that this is district ownership property, and we are doing schoolwork on it, academic things on it. I want to talk about that last one, respect intellectual property. What does that mean? That means that we are citing our sources when researching something, but I also wanted to just show you this too, because you notice here, if I'm searching for an image, if I choose tools on the right hand side, so I chose images, then I choose tools, notice that if I choose Creative Commons licenses, That means that any of the images on there are in the Creative Commons. So legally, I can use them for school projects, which is super awesome because I'm not making money from them. But it also is saying that they have identified these as, yes, you may use these. And if I go to all, I'm going to see a lot more images to use, but I'm not necessarily going to be doing that legally. So I want to make sure that I'm using images appropriately and giving the credit where credit deserves. So again, respecting intellectual property, citing my sources. Content filter and privacy. All student issued Chromebooks will have all internet activity protected and monitored. So as a student, please expect no privacy with the respect of this Chromebook. This is a district-owned Chromebook, and we want to make sure that everything we search, everything we write, everything we look at on here, remember, it's protected, but also it's monitored. So making sure you're respectful with that. And if you ever come across something that you think shouldn't be accessible, please contact me so we can get it vetted, and maybe we need to protect that site as well. So again, help us out with that if there's anything. But again, just respect yourself, respect others, and making sure we're using the district Chromebook for school stuff. That's it. If you have any questions, again, I'm Mrs. Davis. You can find me in the library, or my email address is up there too, davisp@kokonasd.org. I will respond to your emails. No question is a dumb question. I am here to help. I think that's it. Have a fantastic school year. I am looking forward to seeing many of you again and meeting our new kiddos here at school, whether you are 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. Have a fantastic year.